door installation, the smooth operator requires preparation. The three most important factors are ensuring that the door, header, and jambs are plumb level and square. No door installation, regardless of style, will allow proper operation if these guidelines are not followed. Of critical importance is checking that the door jambs are in the same plane. A simple test to check this is the following. From each of the upper corners of the door opening, stretch a piece of string to the diagonal corner of the opening, forming an X. If the jambs are plumb level and square, the two strings should touch lightly in the center of the X. Once the jambs are square, install your mechanical fasteners to secure the jambs to the wall. For demonstration purposes, we are using nylon fasteners on our test door. Nylon fasteners would normally be used on freezer door applications to prevent thermal transfer. All thermal bond doors are shipped with the entire header assembled. Also included with the header assembly are a pair of track blocks that greatly simplify attaching the header to the fork of a lift truck. You will also note that the control box of all SST power operators are designed with the control well out of the way of any potential forklift or personnel truck damage by mounting them at the end of the header. With the header securely attached to the forklift blades, it is raised into position atop of the side jambs and rechecked for level. You'll note that the door track is attached to the header using alternating holes pre-drilled in the track. This allows the installer to attach the entire header operator assembly without having to drill through the stainless steel angle. Anchors should be installed at the top of the header assembly, above the track assembly. To install the door assemblies, the ultimate stop is first removed from the bottom edge of the door track. Installing the doors is simply a matter of sliding the guide wheels onto the V-track. You'll notice that because of the superior design of the thermal bond door panels, heavy lifts are generally not required for installation. If space is limited, the door assemblies may be installed from directly in front of the door opening. This is done by pre-installing the trolleys onto the track and sliding the door panels onto the trolley assemblies. Once both doors have been installed onto the track, they are brought together and centered in the door opening. Be sure to reinstall the ultimate stop block onto the door track. With the doors centered in the opening, the track shrouds are securely attached to the trolley assemblies. It is critical that these shrouds be firmly bolted to the trolley assemblies, as they will later be attached directly to the power operator's drive belt. Next, the operator pickup brackets are attached to the trolley shrouds. Be sure to double-check the attaching hardware and make sure it is securely attached. At this point, the SST Smooth Operator Control Box is ready to be wired and adjusted. Once the SST operator and limit switches have been set, final adjustment to the door assemblies can be made. First, with the door in the closed position, check to make sure the door skirt is making light but full contact with the floor surface. The door panels can be raised or lowered by adjusting the trolley assemblies up or down. Next, with the door still in the closed position, check to make sure the door gasket is making light but full contact with the door jamb the entire height of the door. This can be done by inserting a small piece of paper between the gasket and jamb, making sure that only enough pressure is being applied to the paper to hold it in place. If the doors are adjusted properly, you should be able to pull the piece of paper out without tearing it. Too much pressure being applied to the gasket will cause premature gasket failure. The final step in the door installation process will be to anchor the stay wedge or rollers to the floor. With the doors in the open position, place the stay assembly on the floor and bring the doors to the closed position. If the stay brackets are properly placed, they should not move as the doors open or close, but the bottom of the door should be held in contact with the jamb. Once the stays have been positioned properly, they should be permanently attached to the floor with anchors. At Thermaltech, we are continually working to make our products better. That's why we've created the SST Smooth Operator System. Our design team has developed a power door operator that is virtually maintenance-free. No change to oil or rust. Soft start and stop. Quick open and cushion close. Semi-solid state circuit board. Plug-in electrical connections. No bearings to grease, and best of all, it's quiet. This innovative approach can save you maintenance costs throughout the life of the door. With less time spent repairing and maintaining doors, you can get back to your real business, making money. So get to know our smooth operator and save.